I feel it all around me. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. It's my destiny. There's no trying to settle me. It's waiting to come out now. No matter what, no matter how, I know I'll make it through somehow.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, man. I know it's been a hot minute. I don't know what else to say except for life happens, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Might get into that a little later, but anyway. So what are we doing today, man? I found something on eBay, man, that I had to grab. I've been redoing the interior of the Celica last year. I finally came up with a theme, color-wise, for the car. So the car is basically silver, red, and black. It was a natural progression of everything on the car that I was doing. The TRD big brake kit, just, you know, stuff like that. So it was like the natural progression of color addition to the car. And then I wanted to spread the red into the interior from the exterior, and kind of make the red an accent color on the inside of the interior. I started with a shift boot, you know, leather. I needed a new shift boot, so I bought a black leather one, red leather stitch or red stitching. So I was like, yeah, okay, this is the motif I'm going for. I did the entire quote unquote black interior. It's more of like a dark charcoal gray, but you know, people call it black. So anyway, what did I find? You guys probably just saw, but a black steering wheel with red stitching. I will, so think about this as a review video for this guy's work from eBay. Yeah, so far out of the box, I think it's fantastic work. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. When I opened the box, I was blown away. Really, honestly, legitimately blown away. I will have a link to the guy's store in the description. He also does like flat bottom steering wheels, carbon fiber, stuff like that. Feel free to check it out. Check out the guy's store. Everything that you see in his store, he doesn't have a lot. I think he has like maybe 6 or 7 steering wheels as of right now of what I'm recording. But from what I understand, from what I can tell, is that he makes them and then posts them on eBay. So I don't know if you guys want to maybe hit him up, whatever, see if he does some kind of custom something or other for you. I don't know. But it never hurts to ask. So I saw this, and like I said, man, just bought it, and when it got here, I was blown away. It's fantastic work. So I'm gonna put this in the car, and I'm going to give you guys a final, I guess, review of the steering wheel, how it feels, and everything else. So I'm gonna jump in the car, put this in. All right, guys. So I figured while I was in here, I might as well make a video on how to take your steering wheel out of a 7th gen Celica. So you're gonna have 2 bolt holes on either side underneath right about here, and the same is going to be on the other side as well. They are a T30, and yeah, just undo them, and that will unbolt the steering wheel. However, the steering wheel will still be kind of locked in place because the bolts, you have to kind of flex. There's this little plastic piece right here. You got to kind of flex the plastic, because the bolt is part of the plastic, so you got to kind of flex it around the airbag, but my airbag is unbolted, and so like I said, you got to kind of flex it. So what I do is I get a little pry tool in here. I may not be able to do this one-handed, but yeah, I get a little pry tool in here, kind of bend the plastic, and then pull the airbag from that side, and it'll come out. All right, so you guys can see right here, I got the airbag off. What I did, I just took the pry tool, started down low, went around to the plastic. You can see where the bolt would be right here, and just kind of pried the airbag this way. And once you pry it, you can just kind of pull it in the opposite direction. So if you start on this side, you would pry it this way and then pull it that way. If you started on the left side like I did, you would pry it and then pull it towards the left that way. So now that you got your airbag unbolted, all you got to do is disconnect everything from your clock spring here, and you'll free the airbag, and then undo the bolt here and just pull the steering wheel off. All right, once you got this all disconnected, you got your horn disconnected from your grounding point right here on the steering wheel, you got your airbag disconnected. It's a 19 millimeter. I am using this extension because I have to. If you guys got like a smaller extension, 6-inch extension, 4-inch extension, there's some jokes in there somewhere, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, just get your impact on here, or get your socket wrench on here, and just turn and loosen it up. You don't want to take the bolt completely off, because your steering wheel is going to be on there pretty good. You want to leave the bolt on there just enough so you can get the steering wheel out of place. Because if you don't have the nut on there, the steering wheel while you're pulling could very much come off and smack you in the nose. All right, so I just used my impact, and you can see the 19 millimeter nut is loose. It's turning. And this is what I was talking about. There is a gap now between this nut and the steering wheel, and I'm going to leave the nut in place so I can essentially, wiggle and fight the steering wheel off. And when it comes off, it'll stop against the nut, and I won't smack myself in the nose. All right, so the new wheel is on. This won't be the review part, but I'm just, showing you guys, the reverse of the reverse of taking it off. I'm showing you guys the install here. So I got the nut on here. If I remember right, this is 25 foot-pounds of torque is what the manual says. I'm going to double check in what the manual says, and I'm going to torque that down to spec. All right, guys, I got the steering wheel torqued down to 37 foot-pounds, or right there. These little Torx bit bolts, they are supposed to be torqued down to 78 inch-pounds. So, yeah, let's install these back and show you guys the final product. All right, guys, let's review this steering wheel now that everything's installed. The airbag is a different color of black. This is not the seller's fault. This is just the fault of really nobody. It's just the fault of Father Time, to be honest with you. Because, once all this stuff starts breaking down, it gets real glossy, real shiny and stuff like that. The steering wheels, brand new, were kind of more of this matte finish. So if you guys wanted this to match this, you'd probably have to get a whole new airbag from Toyota or something if it's offered. This does not bother me at all. You see the perforation lines up really, really well with the airbag here. If you follow this line right here, it's spot on. So that was one of my concerns, is that the perforation would not line up, and it would look really, really awkward. The leather feels amazing. The stitching feels really, really good. The red is very bright, very vibrant. Yeah, I don't know what else really to say. It's a great steering wheel. The seller just really killed it. I mean, he did a fantastic job. Like I said, it feels really good. It goes with my interior of what I'm doing here. You can see right here the red stitching on the shift moot, red stitching on the steering wheel here. Dude, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I'm smitten with this thing. He did a fantastic job. Great quality work from this eBay seller. Like I said, he does have other style steering wheels. He does have like a flat bottom one where the sides here are carbon fiber, or maybe it's the top and bottom that are carbon fiber. Anyway, he does have like carbon fiber infused type of steering wheels. Very modern look for the steering wheel, very modern update, if you will, for the interior of the Celica. But I decided to go with the classic, tried and true look, the 3-spoke steering wheel here. But yeah, dude, I cannot sing the praises of this steering wheel enough, man. It's so good. Yeah, it feels great. It feels very quality. Yeah, don't know what else to say about it, except for, you know, check out, this is not a sponsored video at all. This is a product review of something that I purchased with my own money. Yeah, and don't know what else to say about it, man, except for check out the seller's store, see if he's got anything for you that you might want. And yeah, I'll see you guys next install and next review, man. As always, everybody, stay good to yourself, stay good to each other, and I'll see you guys next video.